What's going on, guys? Sky Powered Actual here with Cloaked Entry Co. And today I bring before you the Covert Instruments Lock Block. So for those of you who don't know, the lock block is a training apparatus that can house up to 15 locks. So you obviously have 5 on the right side, 5 on the left side, and then you have the training cylinder, which is sold separately, that rests in the center. And then you can house another 4 locks on the exterior through these locking holes. So it comes with the plastic portion here with the sleeves, and then it comes with 5 American cores, 5 master lock cores, and then we already talked about the 4 locks that you can come on the exterior with. These do not come with, these are mine. All right. So the one thing I do like about the exterior is that when you put blocks of the same brand on there, same model, it almost serves as like a kickstand for this training stand. So let's get down to brass tacks. We don't want to waste too much time on things that no one came here to this video for. But so now we're going to ask the pertinent questions. So how much does it cost? All right, so on the Covert Instruments website, it comes in at retail at $110. All right, that might seem a bit steep for most. They're like, do I really want to spend $110 on this training aid? So let's break this down. So once you break down the math of how much everything you're getting, you can ask yourself, is it worth it? All right, so from the math that I did, I think it is well worth it. So I'm going to go ahead and break down that math for you real quick. So you have 5 American cores. So I went on to Amazon.com and I actually did the math here. So I'll show you the math. So here is the math. So I went and found some American 5200s. Those came in at about $25 at the lowest on Amazon. So I went for a cheaper model. I went for the American 1100, and just for the cheapest one, it was about $13.89. So I just rounded up to $14, and then I multiplied it times 5 for the 5 that you get, and that comes in already at $70. So that's over half the cost already. And so we go over to Master Lock, which for some reason, Master Lock is extremely expensive on Amazon unless you're getting like the absolute cheapest cheapest models that you can find. So I went for the Master Lock 3 Delta, okay, which is a short shackled Model 3. Those were coming in at $8.89 as well, so I went ahead and just rounded up to $9, and then I multiplied that times 5. So you have $70 for your American 1100s and $45 for your Master Lock 3 Deltas. That comes already in, and this is without your actual training apparatus, at $115. Okay, so you're already getting some of your money back I won't say you're getting your money back, but you're already spending a lot less than you think you're spending just by adding up the locks alone. All right, that's not including this apparatus here. All right, so moving on. So we have our training lock that's in the center. So on the Covert Instruments website, that comes in at $50 retail. It's great because you can repin the locks super easy. It comes with a bag of extra pins, security pins, so spools, serrated, and standard pins, obviously. And then it comes with springs as well, so that you can obviously repin them. It also comes with a hex key for the screws that go into the top. Let's see. So I guess we'll go ahead and we'll move on to our pros and cons. So the purpose behind this is so that you, the customer or potential customer, knows exactly what you're getting with this training stand. Because I know we've all been there before, where you buy something, you think it's going to be something, ends up being something completely different, and you're disappointed. Okay, so I'm going to give you everything that comes with this, and obviously my personal opinion, which I would say do your own research. My opinion shouldn't count for all that much. But so the pros. So one, you have a really compact training environment here. So it measured at about just under 6.5 inches in width, and then about just under 3.5 inches in length, right? So number 2 would be the price point like I said, I did the math for you a little bit earlier, and it just makes sense. So, $115, not including, that's with just the locks. So, I can't really argue with the price. I think it's very well priced. Number 3 is that you can repin all the locks that are in here. So, with any of these, you can just place the key in there. You can turn, and you can actually start sliding the lock face out of the sleeve. Be careful, because I did that on accident and actually dropped some pins out, but it's not too hard to repin at all. So that's just something to look for. And then finally, we'll go into our cons. Like, I'm not being unnecessarily rough with the cons, but I am going to keep it as unbiased as humanly possible. And I only have 2 cons, really. So 1, I would find a way to lock these cylinders into the training stand. So you can do it from the top or the bottom. But if I were to hold this upside down and get this little push, it would slide right out, right? And maybe that could be for a reason. So the company could have their own reasoning for doing that. And if they do have a reason for it, then I have nothing I can say against that. But I would say if there was like some type of sliding metal bracket that goes over top of these cylinders to keep them in place, I think that would be an amazing add to this. So these do slide in, and they slide in snugly, so they won't just fall out. But I have had these pop out while picking. So yeah, if there's just a small little metal sleeve that goes over that, maybe there's a bracket on the other end that it slides into to hold it in place, I think that would be a great add. Let me square up this. There we go. Nope, still a little bit off. All right. And the last con. So instead of having just the straight 90 degrees to pick at, if there were like a folding kickstand that comes out that you could possibly lock the training aid in at different angles. So if you lock it like at a 45 facing you, I think that would be a hell of a game changer for this as well. And this is already a great product, but I think that would be, you wouldn't be able to really do much to it after that, because what more can you really ask for after that? But I've noticed just while I'm using this and training on this, I'm like, man, if I could have this maybe be at this angle while I'm picking, that would make everything even better. And it's already good. So yeah. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to actually see if I can take, so I have an American 5200 here that I've picked. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the core out by unscrewing the keeper screw inside of the cylinder. Give me a moment, please. All right, so we have the screws out. And now we're going to take off that plate. And then we have our core in here. So we're going to slide that out, and I'm going to see which, just from the looks of it, it looks like I can actually place this straight into one of these cylinders, or one of these sleeves. So I'm going to take that out. And let's see, I got to give me a moment, please. And there we go. All right, so we have, I'm gonna go ahead and turn that cylinder back to its locking position, and then I'm gonna go ahead and press up on one of these master cores, and I'm gonna slide that in. And what do you know? Slides in like it was made for it. Once again, bravo on this product. I think it was very well made. Yes, if there happens to be some changes in the cons that I mentioned, I think it would be more than worth the money. I already think it's worth the money, but I think it would even be more worth the money if you could do that. So now we know that you can also take removable cylinders like you can find in your Ace hardware padlocks, which are just American cores anyway. Any removable cores you can take out and you can place in here to use. All right, so that is it for me. This is Sky Pirate Actual with Cloaked Entry Co. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Like and subscribe if you want. and leave comments or ask any questions that you want down in the comment section. All right, have a good one, guys.